Hello guys, and welcome to the fourth lecture. This fourth lecture will be based on creating a new project and filling in project details. When I say detail, I refer to the details of the customer, the details of the contractor, and the details of the project itself. Before we start a new project, I just want to tell you about the two types of projects that EPLAN has. EPLAN has the schematic project and the macros project. The schematic project is the commonly used project type, and the macros project is used for creating and generating macros. So basically when you're generating parts or schematics to be used later in the schematics project. And just to note that when working in the macros project, cross-referencing and connection information cannot be done. EPLAN also has 7 project extension types. So the first one is the .elk, so that's the normal editable project. The second one is the .ell, a project with change tracking. Basically, when you change something in the project, it tracks when those changes were made. The third one is the .elp. It's a zipped project. The fourth one is a .els. It's a filed off project. The fifth one is a .elx. It's a filed off and zip project. The sixth one is a .elr. It's a completed project. So completed and sent to the customer. The seventh one and the last one is the .elt. It's a temporary EPLAN reference project. So we do a lot of comparison in that project. All other types of project are derived from the normal EPLAN project, the schematic project. So before you create a new project, I would like you to reference back to the project scope, which was sent by NF-Click Robots. So if you open the project scope, you can see there's information about NF-Click Robots here. There's information about the country they're located in. So I would like you to have it open on the other monitor. So once you have it open on your second monitor, you can come back to EPLAN and click on File, then click on New. And once you have clicked on New, a Create Project window will open, and the Create Project window will prompt you to enter certain details. And these details include the project name. So the project name will be Welding Robot. So I'll name it Welding Robot Station 01. And then you can choose the storage location. I'll just leave it like that. And then you can also choose the basic project, what type of project you want to use. There's different ones that come with the EPLAN database. So it's the EPLAN tutorial, there's the IEC, and so forth. We'll just leave it at default at IEC base 003. And that's the .zw9 file. And I'll just click OK. And then now EPLAN will start creating a new project, loading all the add-ins and all the tools that are needed for a new project. So once EPLAN is done creating the new project, it will open this new window, which is Project Properties. And this is the page that's important for filling in details. One thing to note, you shouldn't worry about the details that you fill in here in terms of changing them. You are able to change them at a later stage as well, just before you hand in the project to the customer. So to start off things, we'll just fill in the project description. So the project description will be fully automated. Arc welding line. And then the job number, which also appears on the project scope. It's 2024. It's 2024-04-03. And then the commission is Amrish Robots. I'll just copy that for later usage. And then the company name is also Amrish Robots. And then the company address, I'll just fill in where Amrish Robots is located, which is 114 Oaks Road. The second address, it's 6300, and that's in Port Elizabeth. and then I'll just copy that for future usages. And then we come to environmental consideration. We'll just leave it as none. And the creator and short name, so the creator short name, we'll just have it as and then the creator title, we'll just write Rich Robots again. And then the creator name, I'll just write Rich Robots. And then I'll remove the name 2. We don't have a name 2. Then the creator street address is 114 Oaks Road. And then the zip code 6300. The city. The city is Port Elizabeth. And the country is South Africa. And then our phone is and then we don't have a fax, so we'll just put a dash there, or you can just leave it empty. And then supplementary field 1, we'll just remove EPLAN sample project. We'll just remove that. And then the type of project, remember I told you there's 2 types of project that EPLAN has. So we'll just leave it at schematic because we're doing a schematic project. And then revision tracking, we'll just leave it that one. And then thermal design voltage, we'll just write 400 volts. And we'll just say including 230 volts. And then our thermal design frequency, we'll just leave it as that. And then end customer city. So basically this is where NF Click Robots is located. So it's Port Elizabeth. It's also located in Port Elizabeth. And the full name of the customer is NF Click Robots. And then place of installation, where the system will be installed. So basically the system will be installed at NF Click Robots. So basically the system will be installed at NF Click Robots, and it will be the NF Click Robots in Port Elizabeth. And the person responsible for the project is A. Thomas. And the type of project, it's a plant machine. And then the customer short name. So basically NF Click's short name is NF. The street address which they located at. Their street address is 17 Saint Agreement. And then their zip code is 7342. And they are also in Port Elizabeth, the city. And they are in South Africa. And then the phone number, which is written also on the project scope. It's this one there. And then they also don't have a fax. And then the customer full name, which is the same as the end customer full name. So I'll just copy that there. It will be NF Click Robots. And then the location, it's also the same, Port Elizabeth. So I'll just copy that there and just paste it there. And then the manufacturing date, it will be between the year 2024 and the year 2025. And then customer name 1, we'll just leave it there empty. And then who checked the project and who approved it. So we know that the project will be checked by JJ Smith. He's the guy who works for Rich Robots. And then who approves it? It will be a guy who works for NF Click Robots. It will be L Zip. And then if we move down to enclosure, so degree of protection, it will be IP4X because there's different enclosures, we'll just write IP4X. So certain enclosures will be maybe IP45, the other ones will be IP41 or 42. So we'll just leave it at IP4X, or maybe if you want to, you can just leave it at IPXX. So the type of enclosure we'll also be using in this project will be mainly RTL, because that's what NF-Click robots wants. They only want us to use RTL enclosures. So as we move on, the control voltage that we use in this installation will be a 24 volts VDC. And then, yeah, we're done filling in information. We can just include information about our email address. So we can just fill in the email address for Amrish Robots. And then we can fill in the customer's email address, which is NF-Click. So that's the email address for NF-Click Robots. So yeah, once that information is filled in and it's done, you can just click OK. And all the needed information has now been filled in. And some of this information, when you open the default title page that this EPLAN project comes with, you can see some of this information being displayed here. For instance, our information being displayed here, which is Amrish Robots. You can also see the customer's details being displayed here, the job number being displayed here as well, the manufacturer being displayed, and also certain information that we have filled in can also be seen being displayed here at the bottom. So yeah, that's how you fill in the project details, and that's how you create a new project. Later on, we'll see how you can change this form right here, the cover page form. So you can see this form, it's F26_001. You can use that form to edit it to your desire. And also how we can change the plot frame. So this plot frame, as you can see, displays the modification date, name, and displays the replaced by and all the other information. So you can also change that information if you want to. Thanks very much for watching this lecture, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture.